All right, as you probably saw in the title, this question is all about going out to parties or what looks like concerts, things like that. The question comes from FlavioJ. As a minimalist, how can I deal with parties? Is it normal to spend a lot of money buying tickets to go to a party or a concert? Now, this is a great question and one I think is really interesting from a minimalism perspective. Firstly, minimalism tends to deal with the owning of less stuff so that you can experience more. Now, traditionally, I think that makes a lot of sense. Owning less so you can do and live more through experiences, through connection, through whatever you want that space to fill. But there's a problem with that as well, because I think that you can sort of hoard experiences. It's really easy to go from one thing of consuming stuff to another thing of over-consuming experiences. In fact, there was a study done, which I'll link to in the description of this video, that suggested that it is not focusing on stuff or focusing on experiences that actually leads to a happier life. It is an intentional practice and balance of both that makes you more happy. In this instance, I would say that being a minimalist doesn't mean you go to more parties or less parties or pay for more concert tickets or less concert tickets. But it is in fact a practice of being intentional about how you spend your time and money. If you really enjoy parties and concerts, absolutely go to them, but don't maybe overbook yourself with that type of event where it makes you struggle with finances. So just like anything, there's obviously a lot to consider, but what it really comes down to is whatever you're pursuing, be it more stuff or more experiences, making some choices around the values you hold, and then using minimalism as in removing clutter and removing distractions from your life as a framework to make that decision more intentionally is probably the best way. And the idea of normal, is it normal to go out to a lot of concerts or parties or like club events, different things like that? Normal, I don't know, that word is relatively vague because what is normal after all? We all get to choose what exactly normal means and how we want that to reflect our own lives. So I would challenge you to ask yourself, what am I collecting here? What am I pursuing? And is it an intentional pursuit? So for me, this thing is much less about minimalism or being a minimalist and much more about choosing action through intention and choosing how it is that you want to balance your own life, making friends, going out, going to parties, buying stuff, or relaxing and not overbooking your schedule too terribly much. Either way, it really comes down to your personal preference and the kinds of pursuits you want in your own life. Thank you so much for your question. I hope that was helpful.